Hello everyone. I welcome you all in this UPSC CSAT complete lecture series. Today we are going to start a new topic from reasoning, and that is direction. If you look at the PYQs, you will find like every year around 2 questions are from this topic. Okay, and that's why I'm saying this topic is very important. Okay, and if you understand the theory, the concept of this topic, the direction, you will solve any type of question. Okay, so let me tell you like what things you need to understand this topic. Okay, first thing is just the angles, knowledge of angles, right? And second thing is rotation. I will tell you what is rotation right now. Okay, very basic thing is this, right? Yeah, one more thing, that is direction, knowledge of direction. Okay, so first of all, the angles. Okay, I think you know what is right angle triangle, what is acute angle triangle, what is obtuse angle triangle. You know that one, right? So if I say acute angle, acute means 0 degree to 90 degree, right? So first of all, see the right angle. Right angle means 90 degree, and this is like, okay, for 90 degree, just I'm doing this one. Okay, this is 90 degree means perpendicular. For acute angle, this angle should be less than that one. Okay, let's say like this is the acute angle. Okay, and final one is obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So you can say like this one is obtuse angle. Okay, more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Okay, you can write this one is obtuse angle, right? So here we are not going to learn about the triangle thing. Okay, but still, if all angles are acute angle triangle, then that triangle is acute angle triangle. If one angle is right angle triangle, then that angle is right angle triangle. Okay, and if one angle is obtuse angle triangle, then that triangle is obtuse angle triangle. Clear? Fine. So angle thing is I think it is completed. And if you are talking about more than 180 degrees, then what will happen? Any idea? Okay, let me tell you. See, if you are talking about 360 degree, if you are talking about this point, this point pauses 360 degree. How? Like this is a point, you can make 4 right angle triangle at this point, like this one. Okay, consider this as right angle triangle. So what will happen? This is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. Okay, so complete angle is 360 degree. We were talking about this one. If less than 90 degree, if angle is less than 90 degree like this one, so this will be acute angle. If this is 90 degree, and if the angle is 90 degree, then that angle is right angle triangle. If more than 90 degree but less than 180, 180 means from this angle to this line, I mean this ray to this ray, this is 180 degree. So less than 180 means you can consider this one. Okay, this will be obtuse angle. But more than 180, so more than 180 you have to consider more than this one. Like if I say 180 plus 45 degree, that means 225 degree. So 225 degree means what? This is 180 and plus 45, 45 means 90 half, that means this is 90 half. Okay, so 180 plus this one, so if you include this angle, so that angle will be, I mean from this point, I mean this ray and this ray. Okay, this will be your 225 degree. Got it? So why I am telling you this? Because I think 1 year it is asked about 180 plus 45 degree, that's why I am telling you this. And yes, second thing is rotation. Okay, so if you are rotating clockwise, or you can say, yeah, simply clockwise means in the direction of clock. Okay, so we can say like this is the direction of clock. Okay, and if the rotation is in this direction, so this will be called clockwise direction, right? And anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, sometimes they will ask counterclockwise, so both are same. So this is opposite to this one, so we can say like this is counterclockwise. So if you are taking this one, this is counterclockwise. Okay, if you are taking this one is clockwise. So keep this in mind. Okay, whatever the question is asking, you have to follow that one. Is it clear? So this is very important about clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. And whenever it is not given, like you have to follow clockwise or anti-clockwise based on the question, if that is not given, okay, if the instruction is not given, so it is better like you have to follow this one by default. Okay, if nothing is given, you should follow this one, anti-clockwise direction, that means counterclockwise direction. Because in mathematics this is taken as positive and this is taken as negative, that's why I am saying you should take this one as by default. Okay, when nothing is given, right? Is it clear? Fine. So moving to the next point, that is about direction. Fine. Direction means we can say like this is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. So whenever they will ask question about in from this topic direction, you should write the directions east, west, north, south. Maybe you get confused, that's why I am giving you one trick to remember, like east, west, north, south, they will make a four. Okay, like this one, east, west, north, sorry, east, this one is east, this is west, east, west, north, and this one is south. North is always at the top, it is always at the top. Okay, is it clear? So whenever you have to solve the question, you have to draw this one, east, west, north, south, the cardinal directions. Fine. And now if this is east, this is north, this direction is what? this direction will called northeast. Easy. This direction will be known as northwest. This direction will be called southwest or west south. Okay, this direction will be called as southeast. Okay, and we have to consider yourself at this point, at the mid of this point. Okay, center point. This should be the your consideration point. Okay, you have to start the question from this point, right? Now if you draw this one, like this is the line, and yes, this one is your another line. Yeah, let me draw this one. Yeah, fine. So now you understand like this, what is this, like complete angle is this one is 90 degree. Okay, if you are making, like if we are making this type of angle, then that means this is 90 degree. 90 by 2, that is 45 degree. This is 45 degree. This is also 45 degree. This is 45. This is 45. This is 45. This is 45. 45. 45. Right? This is complete is 90. This one is also 90. This one is 90, and this one is also 90 degree. Clear? Fine. So you have to understand, you have to learn this one, the cardinal directions and the angle thing and the rotation thing. Okay, if you understand this one, then I think direction UPSC will ask any type of question, you will solve that one easily. Okay, and just keep this in your mind. This is very important. Okay, the trick of making the directions, right? So I think we should try some numericals, then we will try the PYQs. There is nothing like theory. This is I mean, this is enough theory. You should understand this one only. Now we are ready to solve the questions. Fine, let's try, then we will see like what we are getting or not. Okay. Yes, look at this question. This is very interesting question. One day, Uday and Vishal were talking to each other face to face at a crossing. Okay, and if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday, which direction was Uday facing? Okay, so they are talking about the morning time. Okay, not the evening time, right? Fine. So one hint is given, like Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday. So you have to write the directions first. That means this is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. Okay. So if the shadow is like, see, where the shadow falls, first of all, sun rises in the east. Okay, the shadows should be fall this direction, obviously. Okay, so if shadow is falling this direction, that means left of Uday. Left of Uday means Uday should be at this position, facing towards north. Okay, and then Vishal is facing towards Uday, that means south. So this should be Vishal position. Okay, facing towards south. So his shadow will fall to left of Uday. Are you getting my point? Okay. So from this diagram, it is clear like which direction was Uday facing, then that direction is north. That means C. Is it clear? It is very easy, right? So you have to write the direction first, you have to represent the direction first, and whatever the hint is given, you have to follow that one. If they are talking about the evening time, then you have to say like the sun is at this position, okay, shadow will be at this direction, okay, and that time uday will be facing towards south, okay. So you have to consider that one thing. Clear? Fine. So let's try another question. Okay, now try this question. Question is given like y is in the east of x, okay. Read the question carefully. It is given like y is in the east of x, which is in the north of z. Fine. If p is in the south of z, then in which direction of y is p? Okay, this is the question. So always whenever the question is asking, whatever the question is, you have to draw the diagram, you have to draw the directions. So you have to write this is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. Clear? No issue? Fine. Now whatever it is given, whatever the statement is given, you have to follow that one, okay. So it is written like y is in the east of x. So what will be the reference point? East of x. So x will be the reference point. So we can write x is here, okay. East of x, that means from x east direction, this is the position of y. Fine, no confusion, okay. Which is in the north of z, that means we are talking about x. So x is in the north of z. So with respect to z, x is in the north, so z will be here, okay. So from the z, x is in the north of z, okay. If p is in the south of z, p is in the south of z, south of z means here, this is the position of p. Clear? So which then in which direction of y is p? In which direction of y, with respect to y, we have to find the direction of p, okay. Now you can see with direction of y, with respect to y, we have to consider the direction of p. So now we have to consider like p is at the center of this one, okay, center of this direction, cardinal direction. So simply you can write like this is the center, then you can say like this is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. So simply you can see like this is what, this is at this direction. Confusion? Okay, let me enlarge this one. This is south, okay, cancel this one, this is south. So now you can say like this is at this direction, okay. Fine. So p is in the direction of what? Is in the direction of south west. Confusion? No? Fine, good. So that's why I am saying whatever the statement is given, you have to follow that one. Clear? Okay, so let's try one more. Okay, look at this question. Question is, if southeast become north, fine, if southeast become north, northeast become west, and so on. So what will west becomes? Clear? You understood this one? Okay, so first of all, make the direction, cardinal direction. This is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. So funny thing is that we can rotate our notebook to make this one, okay. It will be more easier, otherwise no issue. no issue, you can simply make it out. Like this is northeast, this is northeast, okay, this is northwest, this is southwest, this is southeast. Fine. Now they are saying like southeast become north, southeast, this one is north. Clear? This one is north, new north. Now if this is north, obviously this one is opposite to north is what? South, right? Okay. Now see, look at this one. If you see this one, that means if this is north, this is south, so you can say right side is east. Fine. So you can say this is north, this is south. You can rotate the diagram, you can rotate your notebook. So if you rotate this one, this is north, this is south. Okay, if you rotate this one like, okay, make this at the top. Okay, so if you rotate like this one, so this will be what? This will be your east and this will be your west. Okay, simply by one thing, by this one statement, I have represented every directions. So you can check it, like northeast become west, northeast, northeast become west, that means my consideration is right. Okay, and so on. So what will be west become? So west, where is west? Okay, yeah, this west. So if this is east, this is south, so this one is southeast. Clear? So this will be southeast. Any confusion? I think there should be no confusion, because whatever I am giving you the explanation, it's by my opinion, I am giving you the best explanation, simple explanation. Okay, not some complicated one. Okay, you can simply rotate this notebook, the diagram, and keep this north direction at the top. So now by making this one, by making this as a reference point, you can simply say that if this is north and this is south, okay, so right side will be east, right, and left side will be west, and based on that one you can simply represent the directions. Clear? Fine. Now I think you are ready to solve the PYQs. I'm sure you can solve easily. Okay, let's try. Yes, this question is from UPSC 2024. Okay, and the question is saying like a person walks 100 meters straight from his house, turns left and walk 100 meter again, 100 meter again, turns left and walks 300 meter, then turns right and walks 100 meter to reach his office. In which direction does he walk initially if office is in northeast? Okay, so simply you can, okay, here the office direction is given like it is northeast. So I think in this type of question you can simply consider any direction. Okay, like you can just follow the statements. Like what I am trying to say is, you can represent like this is person walks 100 meters straight from his house. So we are considering like this is his house point. Okay, he is moving towards 100-meter straight line. Okay, this is 100 meter. Fine. And the length of that, I mean there is, the corresponding lengths, like if you are representing 100 meter at like this much length, you have to represent 300-meter length triple times of this one. Okay, then it will be easier for you to calculate anything. Fine. So person walks 100 meters straight from his house, turns left, moving at this direction. Turns left means which direction? This one. Okay. And walks 100 meter, that means same thing. So you can say this is the 100. Okay, again turns left and walks 300. I think we have to draw from this one. Like what I am saying is this is 100, because there is no space, that's why I am saying this is 100. This is straight line 100 meter, and then turns left and walks 300. This is the left direction. Okay, and walks 300. This is 100 and this is for the 200, that means this is 300 meter. Okay, then turns right and walks 100 meter. Turns right, this is the right direction, so they walk 100 meter. Okay, and reached his office. This is northeast, because it is given the office is at north, in the direction of northeast. This is office. Fine. Now based on this one, you can represent rest directions. How? Like if this is northeast, you can say like okay, two methods I am giving you right now. Like first one is easiest one, like you can rotate your notebook. If this is northeast, just rotate your notebook like this one. Okay, in clockwise direction, and keep this at the top. Okay, then you will see like this is north, this is north, this is east, west, north, and this is south. Okay, you will, when you rotate this one, when you rotate this diagram, you will find like this is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. And then by that one you can say like initially that person is moving towards south. This is the first method. Second method is, if this is northeast, that is simply means like one direction is, this one is north, second one is east. Fine. If this is north, then opposite one is south, and this is east, then opposite one is west. Fine. And based on that one, you can simply see like if this is south and that person is moving initially in the direction of south. Clear? So based on this one, you can say the answer is south direction. Fine. So let's see the next question. Okay, this is from UPSC 2024, and the question is like a person walks 100 meter westward, then turns left and walks 100 meter. He then turns 225 degree. He then takes 225 degree turn clockwise direction. In which direction is he walking now? Okay, so final direction he is asking, UPSC is asking. Okay, so you can represent like this is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. And in the initial, initially I have told you like what is clockwise direction and what is anti-clockwise direction, and how to find the angles. Okay, exactly 225 degree I have told you what is 225 degree. More than 100 degree I have told you what is that one. Fine. So we have to consider from the center point. Okay, so person walks 100-meter westward, means this is west, so this is 100-meter. Fine. Okay, then turns left. What is left? Left is this one. Okay, from this side direction, left is this one. So turns left and walks 100-meter. That's why I'm taking this distance, and this distance is almost same. This is 100-meter. Okay, he then takes 225-degree turn clockwise direction. Clockwise direction means in the direction of clock. Okay, so how the clock is moving? This direction or this direction? Obviously this direction, but it is saying like, yeah, 225-degree clockwise direction. Okay, one very important thing is we have to make the angle from this point, right? So when we have to take 225-degree clockwise direction, so just consider like this is the point and you have to take one arm. I'm just dotting this one. Okay, so this is your 0-degree. If this is obviously this is your clockwise direction, so this will be your 90-degree. Okay, in clockwise direction. And this line, if that person is reversing that direction going towards this direction, then that will be 180-degree. Clear? And obviously this is also 90-degree. From this one, this is 90-degree. So that means from 180-degree plus 225-degree means what? 180-degree plus 45-degree. This is 180-degree. This complete is 180-degree. Okay, now 45 means what? 45 means this one. So this is his direction. Okay, so in which direction he is moving right now? He is walking right now. So what is this direction? So based on this one, you can just elongate this one, extend this one. It will be northeast. Okay, so your option will be northeast. Is it clear? So you have to understand like what is clockwise direction and what is the angles. If less than 180-degree, then that's fine, you can easily find that one. But if more than 180-degree, then it will be little difficult. So you have to understand like how to find that one, that angles. Okay, so never do like if you see like this is, if you consider another line, if you consider this one, so you may write like this angle is 225 degrees. So that's why I'm saying you have to consider this is the flexible arm for angle. This is your 0-degree, this will be your 90-degree, this will be your 180-degree, and this is your 225-degree. Understood? Okay, so this is from 2024. So two questions asked from 2024. Now moving towards 2022. Okay, UPSC 2022 questions. I think in 2023 there is no question from this one, so we have to look at that question from 2022. Okay, this question is from UPSC 2022. Fine. So it is given like two friends X and Y. They are started running, okay, and they run together for 50 meter in the same direction. Fine. After reaching a point, X turns right and runs 60 meter. Y turns left and runs 40 meter. Okay. After that, X turns left, okay, and runs 50 meter and stops, and Y turns right and runs 50 meter and stops. So based on this one, you have to draw the diagram. Okay, you have to draw the direction diagram. So simply you can say there is no data of east west north anything, so you can represent simply this one. Okay, so it is given like x and y running together for 50 meter. So simply you can say like, I'm just saying, okay, here is given x turns right direction, so you can say like this one is x and this one is y, x taking right direction, so it will be easier for you. Okay, so this will be 50 meter, this will be your 50 meter, they're running together in the same direction for 50 meter, then x turns right and runs 60 meter, right, and turns 60 meter. Okay, y 40 meter, there is no gap. Okay, this one is no gap, this is 40 meter. Now x turns left, left is what, this one or that one? So obviously this one is left and runs 50 meter. 50 meter means this is 50. Okay, this is 50 meter, and y turns right and runs 50 meters. So for y this will be his right, so this is 50 meter. Yeah, now final position is for y, this is final position, for x this is final position. Okay, so if you see the respective positions, this is 50, this is also 50, both are same, this is the same horizontal line, and they are walking again the 50 meter, so that means this is the same horizontal line. Okay, so it is asked like what is the distance between x and y. So simply you can say like this distance and this distance will be same. Okay, at this point the distance, whatever the distance is at this point, the distance will be same at this point. Okay, so distance will be 40 meter plus 60 meter, and that is 100 meter. Okay, so if you draw the diagram, it will be easier for you to calculate the things. Fine. And when the direction thing is given like east, west, north, south, then you can represent that one. But in this question there is no involvement of direction, just the distance is given and just the respective directions is given, so that's why I have draw the diagram based on that one. Okay, you should try yourself first, then see see my solution, like how I am approaching this type of questions. Okay, so it will be easier for you then. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Look at this question. This is from UPSC 2021. Okay, it is given like a bank employee drives 10 kilometer, okay, towards south direction from her house and turns to her left and drive 20 kilometer. She turns left and drive 40 kilometer. Then again she turn right and drive 5 kilometer. Again turn to right and drive 30 kilometer to reach her bank. So what is the shortest distance? So first of all, when you can see like here is the direction, like initial direction is given like south, it is given, so you have to represent like this is east, like this is east, this is west, this is north, and this one is south. Okay, so it will be easier for you, so represent that one first, then you can represent the direction, I mean the movements. Okay, so how to represent that one? So first of all, it is written like 10 kilometer towards south. So I'm writing like this is the center point and moving towards south 10 kilometer. Just writing this one is 10 kilometer. Okay, now turns left. So what is the left? Left one is this one. This one is left for that person, that employee. Okay, moving towards south, so this one is left. Okay, and drives 20 kilometer. So if this is 10 kilometers, so 20 kilometer means double of this one, almost double, not necessary. 20 kilometer is this one. She turns left, so left means this one. Okay, and drives 40 kilometer. This is 10, 40 means almost 4 times of that one, almost this one. Fine. Yeah, drives 40 kilometer, then turns right. Right is this one. Okay, and drive 5 kilometer. This is 10, so 5 is almost this much. Okay, now again turns right and drives 30 kilometer. Right is this direction, and 30 kilometer means what? This complete is 40, and till this, if you measure from this point, this is 30 kilometer. Okay, this complete is 40 and this is 10, this point is 10 and this point is 30. So that means if you are asking about the 30 kilometer drive to reach her bank towards the right direction, so from this point this will be 30. Clear? So you can simply write, this is 10, this is direction first movement, this is 20, this is 10 and this is 30, that means complete is 40. Again this is 5 and this is 30, just equivalent of this one. Okay, now this is her bank. Now it is asking you like what is the shortest distance. See why I am saying like you have to write, you have to represent a respective I mean equivalent distance, equivalent distance, like this is 10, so this should be 20, because it will be easier for you to measure the shortest distance. Now you can see like initial point and the final point, this is in the same horizontal line. Okay, now you can simply say like what is the initial and final point distance. Okay, so this one is 20 because this is 20, that's why this is also 20, and this one is 5, so this will be also 5. Property of what? Property of rectangle. This is a rectangle, this is a rectangle, so if this is a 5, this is also 5, this is a 20, so this is also 20. So now you can measure like what is the distance between this is initial point and this is final point. So it is 20 plus 5 and that is 25 kilometer. That is the shortest distance. Okay, and sometimes if they will ask like if the application of Pythagoras theorem, I'm just giving you like the movement is like this one and then moving towards this direction, and they will say like what is the shortest distance, you can simply say like this is the shortest distance. Okay, and whatever the data is given, like if this is the 3 kilometer, this is the 4 kilometer, you can simply say you can apply the Pythagoras theorem and you can say like this distance is under root of 3 square plus 4 square, that will be 5. Okay, this is your task. How I have solved this one as 5, you can simply solve it out. Okay, so you will find like this distance is 5, this is the shortest distance. Okay, so like that question it will be asked in UPSC. It's logical question, you should try. Okay, practice this type of question, it will be easier for you. Clear? So let's try the next question from the same year 2021. See, look at this option. By looking at the option, it is clear like you have to represent the direction very clearly, then you can answer this question. Okay, why I am saying this? See, the question is a woman runs 12 km towards north, then 6 km towards south, then 8 km towards east. Now you have to write like what is the direction from her starting point. You have to make the direction. Okay, you have to make the angle. Okay, simply you can say like this is the east, west, this is north, this is south. Okay, like for east, west, north, south. Okay, so moving towards what, which direction? Towards north. So this is your center point. Towards north means this is the north, 12 kilometer. Okay, this is the maximum distance, that's why I'm saying this is 12 kilometer. Then 6 kilometer towards south. Okay, so 6 kilometer towards south means north then south. Okay, this is 12. So south means you can say this is the point going backward. Okay, now 8 kilometer towards east. So east means this direction. This is 6. Okay, this is 8 means more than that one. This is 8. So now you can write the direction for easier thing, like this is 12, this is 6, this is 8. So this is initial point, this is the final point. So this will be 6, clear, and this is 8. Okay, now you can say what is the direction. Okay, direction means what is this angle theta. Okay, so if you know little bit of trigonometry, then you will get to know, like if this is theta degree, so this will be the hypotenuse. Like this is 8. Okay, this is 8. This I am making this one. Okay, so this is 8, so this will be also 8. This is 6, so this will be also 6. So this is your perpendicular, I mean from this is your angle. So this is your perpendicular, and the side from with the angle, this is your base. So simply you can say like tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. Okay, so perpendicular means what, 6 by base means 8, and that will be 3 by 4. Okay, and one thing is tan 45 degree. Little bit of trigonometry is important, I think so. So tan 45 degree is 1. Okay, and this is less than 1. Okay, this is 0.75. Less than 1 means actually tan theta is, I mean curve of tan theta is increasing. Increasing means if this is 1, this is theta 45 degree, this is 1. If value is smaller, okay, so angle should be less from this one, less with respect to this 45 degree. The angle should be less than 45 degree. Now which one, southeast or northeast? So you can simply say like this is the final direction, this is northeast. So this is your answer, final answer. Angle is less than 45 degree, that is in the direction of northeast. Okay, so I think I will say like little bit of trigonometry is important sometimes. If you are not from science background, just go through them. Okay, just the angle thing, and whatever the thing like tan theta, sin theta, cos theta, that thing. Okay, fine. So one more question is left out, just look at that one. Okay, this is from UPSC 2020, and this is similar like initial question. So we have to just consider the statement first, then based on that one we will write the directions. Okay, so a man walks down the backside of his house straight 25 meter, then turns to right and walks 50 meter again, then turns left and walks 25 meter. If the house faces east direction, what is the direction? What is his direction from the starting point? Okay, so you can simply represent the I mean directions, or whatever the things is given. So first of all, it is given like walks down the back side of his house straight 25 meter. Okay, so simply I am saying like this is the 25 meter. No issues. Okay, Simply this is 25 meter. Okay, then turns towards right. Right means this direction and walks 50 meter, means double of this one, double of this one. This is 50 meter. No issues. Okay, again turns left. Left means this direction and walks 25 meter, means this one. Okay, half of that, so this is 25. Okay, fine. If okay, this is the final thing. Yeah, so finally it is given like this is 25, this is 50, this is 25. If the house faces east direction, see this is the backyard. Okay, backyard of house, and going towards this direction, that means this is the front. Okay, front of house, and this is the direction of east. Fine. If this is east, you can simply write east, west, north, south, like this one, east, west. Okay, so if this is east, so this one will be west. Okay, fine. Now you can say like east, west, the left side is south, so this should be south and this should be north. I mean relative direction you can represent. Okay, or you can just rotate your notebook, then that will be more easier for you. Okay, I have just written the respective directions. Okay, if this is east, this is west, and right side is south and this is north. Fine. So now they are asking like what is the direction from the starting point. So this is the starting point, this is the final point, so you have to just connect these points. Okay, just connect the lines and just connect this one. Okay, now just say like in which direction this is representing, in which direction this is showing you. Okay, so this is north, west, this is north, this is west, this one is northwest. Okay, so your answer will be northwest. I think you find this one very easy, and still if you have any doubt regarding any questions, you can ask that one. Okay, I'm not giving you any task or any homework because I think you can complete everything. If you try to solve the numericals or PYQs, you will solve easily if you know three things. What are those things? If you know the direction, okay, if you know the rotation, and if you know the angles. If you know these three things, you will solve the questions from direction very easily. Okay, direction means what? That cardinal directions. Okay, so I think the session is completed, and if you like my explanation, you can, I mean if you are understanding my explanation, you can like the video and share it. Okay, it will be beneficial for others also. Fine. So we will meet in the next session with a new lecture, I mean with a new topic. Till then, bye, all the best, have a good day. Jai Hind.